In that place, at that time, the brutal murder signifies the peak of mankind's evil. The peak of evil done by mankind. Evil done by mankind. That one is its peak. Who is being killed? Imam Hussein, grandson of Prophet Muhammad. Who is killing? Not the Romans, not the Hindus, not the Christians. Who is killing? Muslims. Muslim slaves? No. Muslim rulers. Commanders of a Muslim army. An army of an Islamic empire. Slaughtering the grandson of their prophet. To everybody with his senses. Because you see, when I talk in the framework of religion, there are people who religion sends to commit acts that are insensible, to believe in doctrines that are insensible. That's the nature of religion. You get me? Yeah, religion can send somebody to believe in insensible things. And that's what they said. Somebody said that ad-din of yonul mujtama, religion is opium of society. Somebody comes, explodes, detonates his explosions here and kills all of them. And he believes he's going to paradise. That's what religion tells him. To kill himself and others. That is opium of society. Njaga. That's how religion can be very, very dangerous when it's not well taught. So unless, as in the framework of religions, but if it is a sensible community, nobody will believe that the people who murdered Hussein really belong to Muhammad's Ummah. A sensible society cannot believe it. That Muslims killing grandson of their own prophet. When I hear that, and I see you coming, I just run away. If you can kill Hussein, who can be spared? Can I be spared? I just run away from you. And I will never accept anything from you. Anything. So it's insensible that Hussein can be killed, grandson of Prophet Muhammad, and you remain a Muslim. It is insensible. But because religions are full of insensible things, that's why it is tolerated. He is Muhammad's son being killed by a Muslim army, and you remain Muslims. It doesn't add up. Like he said, you are yearning for paradise, and Muhammad you follow said, pointing at Hussein, this is the key. Said Shabab Ahl Jannah. Hassan and Hussein are the leaders of the youth in paradise. And you do everything, you spend millions of shillings to Hijjah, the path to Jannah, fasting and so on, yearning for Jannah. And this is the leader, he owns the key to paradise. It doesn't add up. Why are you wasting your time and money? When this one is the key to what you are yearning for, you murder him and you still expect to find it easy? I don't subscribe to such nonsense of wasting time when I break the key and then think that I will get into the other space. I cannot. This is Hussein, whom Prophet Muhammad assembled together with Ali, his father, Fatima, his mother, and his older brother Hassan, for cursing invocation. If Prophet Muhammad was on the wrong and falsehood, then Hussein was the first to die, because in that assembly he was number one. He was in front of the line. And the Christians looked at Hussein. They recognized how important he was. They looked at his beam of light. They saw it and said, no, we are not proceeding. We are not proceeding with invoking the curse. If we do it, the priests, there were 60 priests who had visited Prophet Muhammad in Medina. 60. They talked to each other and said, we cannot risk the survival of Christianity under the sun. It will perish if we attempt doing it. They looked at Hussein. But among the Muslims, there are devils who can kill what the Christians feared. They are devils. They are devils. They fear nothing. They fear nothing. The Christians did not proceed. We are afraid we can carry the curse. They are devils who don't fear curses. Because they are devils. A devil doesn't fear a curse. His own father, after the death of Prophet Muhammad, his own father Ali, sidelined by the circumstances of politics. Circumstances of politics after the death of Muhammad sidelined Ali. A Christian delegation came from Constantinople in the Eastern Roman Empire, visited Medina to ascertain whether Muhammad is a true prophet. They found him dead. They had 6 questions to be answered by Prophet Muhammad, and they asked for his successor. Who is he dead? Yes. Who had succeeded him? We have some questions. The man who politics brought up on the throne after Muhammad declined or failed to answer the question, even one question. His right-hand man, Umar bin Khattab, also, because he knows where he stops in knowledge. Then he opined to his friends, we call Ali. Okay, we have our own limitations, we call Ali. But they succeeded in assuming political power. Then Ali came. We are coming from Constantinople. We are priests. We are this. We had come to ascertain whether Muhammad was authentic prophet, but he's dead. But they have called you, and you are young, relatively younger than them, than these two gentlemen. You are younger. We don't know whether you will manage. He said, we are this and that. Who are you? Then Ali bin Abi Talib. You are seeing Ali. He said, in the Old Testament, that man, and he mentioned the name. They called me such a name in the Old Testament. They called me this name in the New Testament. The Christians The Christian priests went down onto his feet and kissed him. Kissed the feet of Ali, whom the Ummah sidelined. The Ummah, this Ummah of Muhammad failed to recognize its diamonds. And you go with all the rubbish. You throw away the diamond, you pick the rubbish. This is the Ummah of Muhammad. Christians kissing the feet of Ali, whom he sidelined. You fail to understand. Ali and Hussein are referred to in Western books, the Western writers, as unsuccessful princes during their lifetimes. During his lifetime, he was unsuccessful prince, because they belong to Muhammad's family. That's what they refer to them as prince. Unsuccessful prince and unsuccessful prince. But we have never seen people, in addition to Jesus Christ, who were unsuccessful in their lives, but successful after their death. Like Jesus Christ, Ali bin Abi Talib, and Hussein ibn Ali. Successful after their deaths. Jesus Christ, in the Christian sources, on the cross, the whole world against him. You know, supported by those who knew him were just 11, because Judas had gone. He had 12, one went, and the other one was always doubtful, Thomas. And so he had a few. Even when they placed a criminal here, whom should we spare? The nation cried, spare Barnabas and crucify Jesus. Come on. He succeeded after his death. These are the people. Somebody, when Che Guevara, one of the greatest freedom fighters last century, Che Guevara, the one who, and Fidel Castro, who led the Cuban revolution, and he came to Congo to help them, but he found them foolish and he went back. He was killed in Bolivia, also fighting for freedom, not in his own country, but beyond the boundaries of his country, fighting for freedoms of other people. When he had landed from Congo, somebody took a picture of Che Guevara and showed it to him. Then he said, I've taken this picture, but sayarfa suratak al-ahrar al-alam. The free men of the world will always lift and raise your photo, this one. The free men of the world will always raise this photo in the Jami' al-Intisarat, upon all of the victories. Wherever the victories will happen, your photo will be there. This one I've taken. We are seeing the name of Hussein, Ya Hussein, sung by all freedom fighters in the Muslim history. And in the Middle East now, on the frontiers of Israel, on the frontiers with Israel, this Israel, the mighty, invincible army of Israel, fears nothing except from the men across the frontier wearing black, raising the name of Ya Hussein. That is what Israel fears, nothing else. Israel doesn't fear all the Arab armies combined. It fears the voices of a few younger men on the northern frontier with Israel, that's Lebanon, South Lebanon, raising the name of Ya Hussein. When they hear it, they go down in their bunkers and hide. The mighty, invincible ADF, IDF, Israel Defense Forces, the mighty, very powerful, fears nothing except from Ya Hussein. They will go and hide in their bunkers. I'm a specialist in those things. Therefore, as I finish, we don't have the time. What I hate is inconsistencies. Me, in my life, I hate inconsistencies. Me, I don't want to pray, and the prayer, the logic of prayers is tanha anil fahsha wal munkar. When you pray, you will not commit falsehood. You will not do all these vices. Me, I fear to be inconsistent. I pray, and I go and I wrong other people. I feel my prayer was useless. You get me? Then I feel it was useless because it has to ban me from committing all these vices. Otherwise, there is that inconsistency. I said to my students, the day I will find myself as eager to harm anybody, then I will not pray. Because it becomes useless. I don't want to cancel out my own prayer. If it is going to be cancelled in the next 5 minutes, I don't pray, I don't do it then. I don't want to be inconsistent with the intentions, with the outcomes of any certain performance. I fear to sing the name of Hussein here, who died for freedom, who died fighting falsehood. Then the next few minutes before the coming of another Ashura, I wrong all the people, I harm everybody. Then this symbolism was nothing. This one was nothing to me. I learned nothing from it. There are lessons to be learned from here. Lessons. So if you violate what you have learned from here, then our coming here becomes useless. Our coming here becomes useless, having learned nothing. We should be just to everybody. We should stand against injustice, falsehood and vices, and immorality. This is what Imam Hussein died fighting against: injustice, immorality, and so on. We shouldn't be the antithesis of his struggle. Injustice will break up the mightiest empires. Injustice. With injustice, nothing will survive. As the Prophet had said, that Inna Allah yansuru dawla al-kafira bi'adliha. Allah will always save a non-Muslim country for its justice. Non-Muslim performing justice will be saved by God. This is statement by Prophet Muhammad. But will ruin and destroy a Muslim nation bijawriha with its injustice. A nation full of mosques, full of everything, but doing injustices to its subjects and others. A promise by God on the tongue of Prophet Muhammad that that state shall not continue. God will destroy it. So the cause of Imam Hussein was about justice, and this is the threat. Let us stand and be with the oppressed here and beyond here, so that these celebrations, these commemorations in which we are involved make meaning. Assalamu alaikum.